Yep. Master on. Magneto kill switch in. Fuel pump on. Ignition on. Give it a second or two for pre-oil, and hopefully it'll start. Night time. Oh, still there. Couple of things to point out here. The Detroit Racing intake manifold. Okay. Those are Cadillac or correct Carter carburetors. Actually, they look a little dirty. It's a black cap Vertex Magneto. I mentioned that inside this generator is, they put a little alternator in there. It works perfect. You can't tell it from the outside. By the way, this might be a time to mention that all of the wiring is done for me for a guy in Texas, and it's all the original and correct colors for the 51 Allard, and I even have a very nice wiring diagram for everything. We use the original voltage regulator and fuse box. Now they're really just a junction box. While we're here, this Sydney used this container for either fuel or oil. On hill climbs, on his competition cars, he put a couple of gallons of gasoline in here and used this instead of the fuel tank. On his distance and enduro cars, he put in a couple of quarts of oil with a valve on the inside, somewhat like early Volkswagen reserve fuel tank, where you can pick up the oil pressure starts going down during an event. You get to dump in a couple of quarts of fresh oil. Also up here in the front. Okay, we're going to start with the front. The car has an active sump. Notice that the original ducting is in place. That's not unique, it's just that most competition cars, first time they got smacked, that was bent up and it was very difficult to replace. Next are these gorgeous headlights. I've only seen 2 cars with these headlights. One was the 50 Le Mans car and this car. I'm not saying that they don't exist lots of other places, but that's the only 2 places I've ever seen them. We've already talked about the outside adjusters on the front brakes, the fins, the off-rim brakes. By the way, this is the original closing A here, and it looks beautiful. This front fender brace, or wing brace, is, as far as I know, unique to this car. It's very easy to see in the black and white pictures after steel tire races, so it is something that Sydney did. Now it's a good time to point out the outside engines on the radiator and the outside engines for this 2-quart oil container that Sydney sent. This is the original hardware on these buckles. It's new leather, but the buckle and the aluminum is original.
happy day.
Probably should say a few words about this outside mechanism to hold this spare on. Numerous Allard people tell me that they've never seen this on another car. Again, this is all original hardware and original buckles. I have replaced the straps.
Yeah, go and talk about the tank.
Ready?
Yep.
This is the correct filler, the Moss cap, for the original 40-gallon fuel tank. As we mentioned before, we have a replica of the 40-gallon tank with a fuel cell inside of it. This is the fill cap for the fuel cell. No biggie, but nice. And by the way, that is the original cap. These are original for the timing cover. I have the original timing cover that came with the car, but it doesn't fit the car now. Good time to mention that the rear wheels are 1 inch wider than the ones in the front. The car runs 650 16s in the rear, 600 16s in the front. When I got the car, the rear wheels were 1 inch wider, the rims, than the ones in the front. That is mentioned on the 50 model car, but that's all we know of it. This little light to light the number was not on the car when Sydney raced it, but we think Mr. Bright put it on, and probably for the 9-hour Goodwood race. That picture is in Mr. Lush's book. Moving on forward, nothing too important to say here. These are Goodwood, I forgot what kind of shots they were. But the car came with C Jaguar shots, which I have. We'll get some pictures of those later on.
Cool.